It's 12 o'clock.
Thank you, computer. Okay, hey guys, it's Rebecca again. Today's book is Impossible by Nancy Werlin. I haven't been using my book a lot lately, but I think I did fill it out for this because I found it. It was under my bed, under like all this crap. Did I or did I not? I think I did. Sort of, but I didn't finish it. But we'll just go from there. Okay, so as always, I'm just going to start out with what it's about, the gist, and then when spoilers come along, I'll tell you. I picked it up thinking, what could it be about? And I looked at the reviews of other things, and everyone said it was like a really good romance. It wasn't. Don't buy it thinking you're going to get like a really good romance out of it because it's not centered around romance. It's centered around some creepy shit. So basically, there's this girl, and her name's Lucy, or Lucinda. Lucy, right? So there's this girl, Lucy. She's 18 years old, and she lives with her foster parents because her mother is like the local crazy cat woman. She has a friend, Zach, who's in college, who comes visits, and she's just as normal as someone with a bag lady mother could be. It's told in a couple of points of views. I'm just gonna say it because I don't know how else to say it. She gets pregnant, and she has to do these 3 really weird, really odd, impossible tasks to not go crazy after she has her baby. Yeah. I wish someone would have warned me. It's not really that big of a deal, but it is a folklore, I guess. So there's like an elf involved. And so this elf guy, all these centuries before when her ancestor was, just a girl, he, I guess, lays eyes on her, and he's an elf. So no girl wants to be with him because he's an elf. And she attracts his affection, and he says, well, let's be together and all that. And she basically rejects him and says, hell no, you're an elf. Sorry, Keebler, go back to your tree. So he gets all mad. So instead of just like going under his bridge, he curses her. And every daughter and this is all told in like the very first part, so I'm not spoiling anything. So every daughter that she bears, or she will get pregnant at 18, okay? The first girl. And then after I can never say. After she births a daughter, she's going to have a daughter. He already knows she's going to have a daughter. So that daughter, after she has birthed a daughter, she will go insane. The minute the daughter leaves her womb, she'll go insane. Okay, so then the daughter will be cursed. Not only the crazy lady, but the daughter. So when the daughter's 18, she's going to get pregnant. And if she can't do these tasks, the same tasks, like these tasks that made sense back in the day, then when she gives birth, she'll go crazy too. Okay, so that's that daughter. So then when that daughter couldn't do it, she went crazy after the birth, and then that baby is gonna have a baby when she's 18. So not only if the girl can't complete the task when she's pregnant, she's not only going to go crazy, but her daughter will get pregnant at 18. And when she gets pregnant, if she can't complete the tasks, then her daughter will get pregnant at 18. And then if she can't complete the tasks, she'll go crazy. You guys get it? Her mom already went crazy, so she obviously couldn't do the 3 tasks. So Lucy gets pregnant. She has to do the tasks. And the only romance there is her neighbor, decides he loves her and wants to be with her. So the whole story is a pregnant girl trying to do 3 weird tasks. So there's like a ballad it goes along with, but I'm not good with folklore and all that crap. I had to do it in in like my lit classes over the years, we had to do stuff like that, but I'm not good with rhyme. It tells you that in the whole rhyme story thing, but I'm not gonna lie. When I saw this, I skipped it. I was like, F this, I can't take folklore. I'm not interested in it. But then I was like, and the whole title, The Elfin Knight, and I was like, mother. So I skipped it, and then I had to go back to it to see what the tasks were. So when you do read this book, read this first. You'll save yourself time. Basically, that's the story. Like, this girl is pregnant, and so this guy, her neighbor from when they were little, he decides randomly that he loves her. He randomly, like, proposes to her. And I shouldn't have said that, but too bad. He randomly, like, wants to marry, but I'm, like, it's not really that big of a deal. The whole book is not centered on the romance whatsoever. You're not going to get that much out of it. Okay, and then there's other characters and everything, and the parents are kind of weird. And that's what the book's about. A girl living with her foster parents. She gets pregnant, has to do shit. Would I recommend it? I think it's an okay read. I gave it, I don't know, like 3.5 stars. It's creative, but it's weird, and it's kind of like when you're reading it, you're just like, what? You're just WTFing the whole thing. Like, it's so weird. But I wouldn't say not to read it. I mean, it's not bad. It's not poorly written. It's just weird. Okay, so if you guys have read this, stick around. And if you have not, get out. If you just don't care, if you're not planning on to read it, you can listen to the review. The first, like, up to then, like, when they were explaining it, I was kind of just, like, reading to read. I wasn't sucked into it all of a sudden. When she gets raped on prom night, I was just like, oh my god, this book can only go downhill. Like, what is going to happen? I'm not at all uncomfortable with things like that. It's just not something that bothers me. And plus, I grew up on Degrassi, so it's kind of, to be honest, in a bad way, I guess it's refreshing to read from all the fluff that are in other YA novels. Is it just me, or did you know right off the bat that, oh my god, his name. What is that guy's name? You know, the guy that ends up to be the elf. What was his name? Ah, shit. Padrig? Couldn't figure out how to pronounce it. Padrig. I'm gonna, like, Padrig. I just, like, call him P. I just went over it. You could totally know he was the bad guy, duh. And I don't know if I'm the only one, but I totally pictured Damon, or not Damon, like, Ian. Oh, I always call him Ian Somerhalder. I don't know his name. They dragged out the story more than that was needed. They dragged it out so much that when it came time to actually putting the things together, they went too fast. I liked how it was more than one person. I really liked how we saw Zach's point of view. And even though I pointed out that it's not heavily of romance, any romance is kind of a romance to me. And then I liked how defensive Zach was to her and about her and all that. When I was reading about the prom dress scene, when she's like, oh yeah, red dress, I was thinking this. And let me just tell you how misleading this cover is. She ain't pregnant. How does this cover have anything to do with the novel? It doesn't. I don't like covers that are misleading because they're misleading. I was really surprised because I didn't do any research about this book. I've never even heard of it before. I just picked it up and read it. I didn't know what it was about. I don't want this to sound bad, but I was kind of even being like, can this please not be a book about her struggle to get an abortion or not? I was kind of mad. I was like, now she has a baby. Like, a baby changes everything. I don't care if he's like, and then he's like, oh, I want to be a father. I'm going to be such a great father. Like, even if you go insane, like, I want to be the father. You're not the father! A baby complicates things, no matter what. A little 13-year-old inside was just like, what if she has a baby? It's not going to be about just them. You know, it is a modern type of thing. Like, a lot of people get pregnant and they're with, you know, another person that they truly love and they're not the father. But, you know, it does... in books like that, it does complicate things, especially, like, when I read Breaking Dawn, the first thing I saw that she was pregnant, I literally took the book, not even kidding, I took the book, and I was like, no! I threw it across the room. It missed someone's head by this much. Yeah, I was pissed. Because I thought, like, the baby, it's supposed to be Edward and Belle, and they're not supposed to have a baby. The baby ruins everything. Don't get me wrong. I am not a child hater. I, myself, don't see myself having kids. But, you know, you never know. Right now, of course, I do not want a child. But, you know, I am a nanny. I take care of a little tiny little girl, and she's so adorable. I don't hate kids. Like, some of them I just can't stand. Like, I'm glad they're not mine. But I don't hate kids, but I just think it's like a problem. Like, in a YA book, everything's supposed to be perfect. Okay, Rebecca, we are getting off topic. I'm going to stop talking about stuff like that because I don't want any controversy. After the whole pregnancy thing, everyone knows that she was raped, and then the guy dies, obviously because Padre killed him. Oh my god, my voice. I sound like a boy going through puberty. She decided strongly that it was like a Bella moment all over again. Like, she's felt the baby inside of her, and she's like, this is my daughter, and I need to keep her, and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. And after that, the curse is taken seriously, like the ballad, how they have to do the tasks, and they have to make the sweater, or not the sweater, the seamless shirt, I don't know, make something about, finding an acre of land. Okay, so the three things were to make a magical shirt that doesn't have seams, find an acre of land between salt water and the sea strand. Oh my god, I hate rhyming. I hate riddles. I can't figure them out to save my life. Okay, and sow it with a grain of corn, which I guess to plant it. I don't know. I hate old English. Freaking headache. The one big thing was to make a shirt, and then finding an acre of land that wasn't like the biggest thing in the world, but where it was, and then to plow it. They spent so much time on the shirt. Even to myself, I was thinking, why don't you take cloth and put mud on it and then make like a tube top or something, you know what I mean? Or duct tape it. Then I second guessed myself saying like, oh, that's not a shirt. And then I really started to think about it, and I was like, well, I don't know how I would do it either. Like, this is kind of hard. But I was like, man, I'm excited to see what they come up with. And then they did it with the wool, and I don't know. But my original guess was, like on mud cakes, just to make like take like fabric. I don't know. They never said it has to be like large, it could be like doll-like maybe. I don't know. They spent so much time on that, and then so much time like events that the last two events didn't even happen to the very end of the book. And I guess it makes sense, but I didn't really like it. Not that I didn't care about the story that much, but I thought it was going to be more. I thought it was going to take longer and more in depth for every single one. And they spent so much time on the shirt, and they spent so much time like not doing anything. All in all, it was interesting. It was interesting. Like, I'm glad I read it because it's definitely different. I don't think there's going to be a sequel. What are they going to write about? It wasn't my favorite book ever. Definitely not a 5-star, but it was okay. And then, like, in the end, when she's literally in labor, having the baby, Zach, like, pushes her to finish it, obviously, so she won't go insane. But can you imagine all the ladies out there? Even when I get a paper cut, I do not want to lift a finger. I feel better. If I have a headache, I don't want to do anything. If I'm feeling a little sick, I'm homeschooled, so I don't have to go to school every day. What I'm saying is I don't have to go, like, outside in the world every day. It's kind of why I read a lot. If I'm uncomfortable for any reason, I won't do anything. I'll sit around in my pajamas, bitch about what's wrong. My feet hurt! So when this scene came, when she's literally in labor and she's pushing the wheelbarrow and doing all this, I'm just, like, sitting there and, like, dumbfounded, like, are you serious? Are you seriously in labor without any medication and pushing a wheelbarrow? That is impossible. When she's starting to walk away towards, my face itches. When she is starting to walk towards Zach again, he's like, no, stay there, and she's like, but I don't wanna. We're in labor, pushing a wheelbarrow across an acre of land. An acre is like a lot. You're dead tired, you're putting corn shit in the holes afterwards, and then some guy is telling you, no, keep doing it. No. Again, it's not the best book in the world, but it's not bad. It's not a bad book. I just think it's weird. It's weird. But it wasn't as weird as Frozen Fire, which is a good thing, because that book was fricked up. It's not bad. It's just not that good. It took me a while to read this, too. It took me a while. I had to, like, remind myself to keep reading it. I got off to a really good start, but then I just couldn't read it. It's definitely not a must-read. Again, I gave it, like, 3.5 stars, maybe 4. I mean, it's a cool concept, but it's just, I don't know. Just. Okay. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.